Okay, so let's proceed. Ay, balik tayo, no? So, taking, okay, it means stealing, okay? So, there is a transfer of the possession of the personal property from one person to another. May transfer of property. Okay, anyway, madali naman na yan. Okay, belonging to another. Take note, that property must belong to another person. Okay? So, sa tingin mo ba, okay, let's call Racy Bornasal. Bornasal, for example, kinuha mo sa bag ni ni Gelica. Okay, yung isang gamit, cellphone. Binuksan mo yung bag niya, kinuha mo yung cellphone. Without knowing na sa'yo pala yung cellphone. So now, Racy, yung act of stealing ba na ginawa mo will constitute will it constitute robbery or theft? Ano ba? May pagnanakaw ba yon? Racy? Hello? Naririnig ba ako?
Sir, nasa CR daw po si Raisi.
Ano na?
Nasa CR daw po siya.
O sige, Punay, ikaw na lang. Okay. So Punay, kinuha mo yung cellphone o doon sa bag ni Jelica without knowing na sa'yo pala yung cellphone. Question, is there an act of stealing?
Sir, ano po?
Kung ko sa'yo, Jamaica.
Possible, sir.
Oh, eto kunwari, Punay, binuksan mo yung bag ni Jelica. Okay? Kinuha mo yung cellphone sa loob ng bag. Eh, sa'yo pala yung cellphone na yon. Question, is there an act of stealing made by you?
Sir, hindi po. Kasi akin naman po yung cellphone na nasa loob ng bag niya.
Huwag kang magagalit. Tinatanong lang naman kita. Okay. So, walang act of stealing tandaan kasi when we speak of stealing and that taking of personal property must belong to another person. Kailangan pagmamay-ari ng iba. Kasi kung pagmamay-ari mo yan, then there is no stealing to speak of. Okay? Walang act of stealing, walang pagnanakaw. Tama? Okay. So the property must belong to another. And ito yung isa pa sa importanteng element. Okay? There must be an intent to gain. Okay? So, ang intent to gain, this is the, in Latin term, no, in Latin word, it is the animus lucrandi. Okay? Yan. Pag sinabi nating intent to gain, animus lucrandi. Okay. So, animus lucrandi. Kailangan may intent to gain ka. Okay? So, dito sa definition ng robbery, kasama dito sa definition yung two ways of committing robbery. Okay? If I'm not mistaken, na-discuss ko na rin ata sa inyo ito briefly last time. Okay? So first way of committing robbery is, number 1, by means of violence against or intimidation of person. Okay? So, tandaan nyo yung acronym na BAIP. Okay? BAIP. Violence against or intimidation of person. Dito, person ang pinag-uusapan. Yung violence na yan or intimidation, okay, must be made through a person. Okay? And yung pangalawa naman, yung FUT. Force upon things. Okay? So madali naman na ang violence against or intimidation of persons. Okay? Ito yung pinwersa mo, kuhanin ng yung personal property belong to another person. Violence, 'di ba? Pag sinabing violence, merong physical diyan, physical violence. Okay? When we speak of intimidation, ito, not necessarily nag-employ ka ng violence. Okay? But, yung action na ginawa mo, it can cause intimidation. Okay? Takot. No? For example, tinutukan mo ng kutsilyo, hindi pa man dumadampi sa katawan niya, tinutok mo lang, it can cause intimidation already. Di ba? Na-intimidate ka, natakot ka. Okay? O kaya, kahit wala talagang actual na na physical instrument na ginamit, for example, kamay, daliri, di ba? Daliri, nakatalikod yung tao. Tinutok mo ganyan yung daliri mo, ang pagkakaalam nung tao is baril. Oh, wag ka nang kikilos, wag ka nang sisigaw. Akin na yung cellphone mo, akin na yung bag mo. Kundi puputukan kita. Okay? So, the mere apprehension or knowledge, okay, pag nalaman nung subject, okay, na, uy, tanga na, parang may baril, parang baril to ah. Okay, so, natakot ka, it causes intimidation. Okay? Yan. So, against person. Okay? So, may tanong po ba so far? Yan. Dinidiscuss ko to in details kasi para alam nyo kung paano yung gagawin nyo na istorya. Okay? Para malaman nyo kung paano nyo ba ipapasok ng robbery to or ng theft. Okay? May question so far? Sa mga naka-assign sa robbery dyan, baka meron kayong katanungan. Common mistakes. Okay, sabi ni Rivera. Okay, ano yung most common mistakes na nangyayari sa case folder regarding sa frustrated homicide? Okay? Common mistakes, when we speak of commonalities or yung pinaka madalas na nangyayari na mali doon sa case folder, okay? Actually, yung mga importanteng detalye na namamali ng pagkaka-input. Okay? So, doon lang naman nagkakaroon ng ng lapses eh. Okay? So, example, pag investigador ka na kasi, may folders na yan, may templates na. May templates na yan eh. Ang gagawin mo, copy-paste. Di ba? Edit. Buburahin mo yung detalye ng yung nakaraang case folder. Kunwari, nakaraang kaso, nakaraang linggo. Okay? Tapos may nangyari uling kaso, same case, uli ngayon. Ang gagawin mo, gagamitin mo yung templates na yon, yung format na yon, bubura-burahin mo lang. Okay? Hanggang sa mamimislok mo yung ibang mga detalye. Uy, teka lang, hindi ko nabura yung yung date. Mali yung nailagay ko ng date. Okay? Most common yan na mistakes. Okay? Ano pa ba mga most common mistakes? Yan, syempre yung facts of the case. Kailangan yung elements of the crime, kailangan pumasok doon sa kaso na isasampa mo. Okay? Kailangan pumasok doon sa kaso na isasampa mo. Ayan. Kasi kung yung elements na ito, ang sinampa mo kunwaring kaso is robbery. Pero doon sa facts of the case, there is no violence against or intimidation of person. There is no force upon things. Diba? So, hindi siya papasok ng robbery. Bababaya ng theft. Okay? Pero ganun pa man, kung robbery ang sinampa mo, pagdating naman sa piskalya, okay, sila naman na ang bahala kung magpo-proceed sila doon magko-confirm sila doon sa isinampang kaso, or upon reading of your case folder, makita nila, ay, teka lang, mas mababang offense to. And then, they will be the one who will change the nature of the crime. Okay? Hindi ito madidismiss. No? Hindi siya madidismiss. Basta, related siya doon sa crime. Diba? Basta related siya doon sa crime. Okay? Related. Yan, robbery. Tapos theft. Diba? They are both included in crimes against person. Crimes against property. Diba? Okay. Pero kung rape ang sinampa mong kaso, nagkamali ka, typo error lang, rape ang isinampa mong kaso, robbery yun. Ano yun? Ninakawan ng puri. Matidismiss yan. No? Kasi mali yung crime charge. Clear? Yan yung mga common mistakes. No? Okay, yan, magandang question yan. Paggawa ng note-taking at spot report, need pa din po ba na handwritten or pwede computerized? You may do a handwritten or computerized report or note-taking. Okay? Sa note-taking, pwedeng handwritten, pwedeng computerized. Pero sa spot report, Carl, okay, ano lang naman yan, requirements ko lang sa inyo dito sa undergrad yan. Kaya pinahandwritten ko yung spot report sa inyo, okay, is for you to be familiar now with the format ng case ng spot report. Pero in the actual practice, spot report are computerized. Computerized po yan, spot report. Hindi pwedeng handwritten. Wala kang ipapasang handwritten sa case folder. Note-taking, pwedeng handwritten yan or pwede ring computerized. Okay? Ayan. Pero mas maganda kung ano yan. Kung handwritten. Okay? Kasi ano ka kung ikaw ay ganito saan ba magandang gamitin ng handwritten? Kapag ikaw mismo ang re-responde doon sa place of incident or doon sa crime na nakomit doon in a particular place outside the investigation office. Okay? Kasi syempre, alam nga nadali mo pa yung ano mo doon, desktop. Or kung may laptop ka, di ba, maghahanap ka pa ng patungan doon, hindi siya convenient, di ba? So, pag lalabas ka, re-responde ka, okay? So, magandang handwritten yan na nakalagay doon sa clipboard. Okay? Pero kung actual na pumunta sa iyo yung tao, so yung victim or yung complainant sa mismong office mo, and then you may do a computerized note-taking. Okay? Pero pwede mo rin namang handwritten. Okay? May question pa? Okay. Ipunin nyo lang Ipunin nyo lang dito yung question nyo and then babalikan natin. Clear? Okay. So with respect to violence against or intimidation of persons. Okay, gets ba? Gets? Sir Don? Okay, sige. Okay, walang question so far doon. Okay, so proceed tayo. Dito tayo sa with force upon things. Puwersa, may puwersa na ginamit upon things. Sige nga, tignan nga natin if you can still recall. With regard to the case folder, need pa po ba include yung note-taking at spot report? Okay, yung note-taking kahit hindi na, kasi reference mo lang naman yan Yung spot report, kailangan yan. Kasi isa sa mga content ng case folder. Clear? Okay. Okay. Sige. De La Rosa. De La Rosa. Okay. Sino pa? Ramirez. Sino pa? Balbin. Okay. Sige, De La Rosa. Open your mic.
Sir.
Okay. So, De La Rosa, di ba, robbery daw, taking of personal property belonging to another, through force upon things. Okay? So, let's say, for example, no, may nakaparadang sasakyan. Binasag mo yung windshield na gamit ang martilyo. Binasag mo. Kinuha mo yung laptop na nasa loob nung sasakyan. Okay? So, De La Rosa, are you liable for robbery through force upon things?
Sir, yes sir, kasi mayroon akong force na ginamit sir, binasag ko yung mismong kotse sir.
Okay, may robbery? Robbery yon? Are you sure?
Sir, yes sir.
Sigurado ka? Yun totoo. Ha? De La Rosa? Sige, Rivera.
Sir, paulit yung tanong, sir.
Naku po! Kunwari si De La Rosa, kumuha ng martilyo. Pinukpok yung windshield ng sasakyan. Nabasag. Hanggang sa nakita niya yung laptop sa loob, kinuha niya. Ano? May robbery through force upon things ba?
Oo, sir.
Paano mo nasabing may robbery with force upon things?
Kasi, sir, binasag niya, sir, yung windshield, sir, para makuha yung gamit, sir.
Yan. So, kung ganyan yung gagawin yung senaryo, okay, mababawasan kayo ng puntos kasi ako mag-grade eh. Ako yung inquest prosecutor. Diba? Kasi hindi ito robbery. Okay? Hindi robbery yon. Hindi porket binasag mo yung salamin. Diba? May force upon things agad. Robbery agad yon. Okay? So, you should take note, no? You should take note that when we speak of robbery with force upon things, okay? Yung force upon things dito, ginamitan mo ng puwersa yung isang bagay in order for you to make an entry. Okay? So, gumamit ka ng force upon things to make an entry. Sa Tagalog, para ikaw ay makapasok. Okay? Ayan. So, for example, bahay. Binasag mo yung, sinira mo yung doorknob. Diba? Binasag mong ganyan. Okay? Para makapasok ka sa loob at kumuha ka ng gamit sa loob. Nilabas mo. That is force upon things. Clear? Anong kaso yung kanina? Yung sasakyan, binasag mo yung windshield ng sasakyan. That is only theft. Maliwanag? Okay, tapos na kayo sa sa crimes against property. Crimes against property. Tapos na kayo? Hatchet. Okay, so yun basic distinction yan guys Hindi porket binasag yung salamin ng sasakyan, kinuha yung gamit sa loob, gamit yung kamay, ipinasok sa may basag na bintana. That is not robbery, That is only theft. Okay? Okay? So, ang robbery through force upon things, may force upon things if you apply force upon things to gain entrance. Klaro? Klaro? So, itayo nyo yung pangalan ng BS Cream. Okay? Kasi you are representing our course. Okay? Huwag tayong papabuli sa ibang mga tao. Ibang mga kurso pala, ibang mga kurso. Dapat mas matalino tayo sa kanila. Kasi, ito yung ating line of study. Hindi pwedeng mas may alam sila kaysa sa atin. Okay? So tulad nung BS Crim student, tinanong what is crime sa segment ata sa Showtime yon. Mas nasagot pa ni Vice Ganda. Okay. Na ano niyo yun? Na panood niyo ba yun? Okay. So this is your line of study. Dapat mas more mas more knowledgeable. Okay? So ulitin ko, binasag mo yung bintana ng sasakyan, kinuha mo yung gamit sa loob, that is only theft. Okay? Yung pag-robbery, there is force upon things in order for you to make an entrance or to make an entry to a closed establishment. Klaro? Okay. Binasag mo yung pintuan, or rather, sinira mo yung pintuan para makapasok ka sa loob. And there is force upon things as a means of entry. Kuha? Paano kung ganito ang senaryo? Establishment, basta enclosed, saradong establishment, saradong bahay, saradong building. Okay? Sige. Let's hear from So, sige, let's hear from si Angkahas. Andiyan si Angkahas.
Sir.
Okay, so Angkahas, bukas yung bintana. Hindi mo ginamitan ng pwersa. Pumasok ka sa bintana. Kumuha ka ng gamit sa loob. Inilabas mo sa pintuan. Okay. Is there a robbery or a theft only?
Sir, good afternoon po, sir. Based on my knowledge po, sir, robbery is with intimidation or with force. However, sa scenario po na binigay mo po, sir, is walang kita at the same time, bukas po ang bintana. So, for me, it's a theft po, sir.
Theft. Are you sure, Angkahas?
Yes po, sir. In my own opinion po, sir.
Okay. So there is no force upon things. Okay? Pero pumasok sa bintana. Okay?
Yes po, sir.
So, kahit na walang force upon things, open yung bintana, doon ka pumasok. Sige, Kyril.
Sir, robbery, sir. Kasi sa bintana na siya pumasok.
Okay.
Okay? Yan. So guys, kahit wala kang force upon things na ginamit, basta yung pinasok mo, no, yung opening na pinasok mo is not intended for its purpose. Ano ibig sabihin? It's not intended for entrance, no? Hindi ginagamit para pasukan ng tao. Okay? It is presumed under the law that there is force upon things to gain entrance. At kapag ginamit mo yung mga openings na yon na hindi naman ginagamit na pasukan at kumuha ka ng gamit sa loob, inilabas mo, then there is robbery with force upon things.
Sir, thank you po, sir.
Okay, kuha?
Yes po, sir. Salamat po, sir.
Okay. So tandaan nyo yan guys basic yan. Okay? Para pagdating sa Kyril, tapos na ba na-i-discuss na ba sa inyo sa criminal law book 2 yung crimes against property?
Yes po, sir. May nagre-report po sa amin.
Okay. Hindi ba diniscuss doon yung yung force upon things?
Na-discuss na po yan, sir. Hindi lang ako nakinig, sir.
So take note Okay. So, kapag ginamit mo yung isang opening na hindi naman intended for its purpose, okay, pumasok ka doon, kumuha ka ng gamit, inilabas mo, kahit wala kang puwersa na ginamit, it is still considered or presumed under the law that there is force upon things. So, ang magiging kaso ay robbery. Clear? Okay. So, let's discuss more further, okay, yung force upon things. Okay, two types of robbery. Okay, so we have robbery with violence against or intimidation of persons. Okay, and robbery with the use of force upon things. Okay, so ito madali na yung number 1 robbery with violence. Okay, dito tayo sa robbery by the use of force upon things. Okay, Article 299, robbery in an inhabited house or public building. So pag sinabi nating inhabited house, may tumutuloy ba dyan? May tao ba dyan? Or wala?
Wala, sir.
Meron.
Ay, inhabited pala, sir. Kala ko uninhabited. Sorry, sir.
Inhabited house. Meron. Okay? Yung walang tao is
Uninhabited, sir.
house. Okay? Public building or edifice devoted to worship. So, madaling salita, itong edifice devoted to worship, ang simbahan. Okay? So, bahay na meron tao, public building kung saan there is a congregation of people or edifice devoted to worship, mga simbahan. Okay? The male factors shall enter the house or building in which robbery was committed by, okay, ito yun sinasabi ko kanina, di ba? Through an opening, mga butas-butas sa bahay, building, or edifice, no? Na not intended for entrance or egress. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng egress, guys? Ano ibig sabihin ng egress? Exit sa madaling salita, no? Egress or exit. Yan yung ibig sabihin ng egress, ha? Okay. Pangalawa, by breaking any wall, roof, or floor. Okay? So gumamit ka for example ng bulldozer, no? Para magiba yung wall. O kaya tinuklap mo yung bubong para makapasok ka dun sa loob ng bahay gamit ang bubong or floor, di ba? Naalala niyo yung nagnakaw sa bangko, dumaan sila sa ilalim, tapos gumamit sila ng ano ba yung nakalimutan ko yung term na yung term dun sa acid na yon. Di ba ginamitan nila ng acid yun para matunaw yung flooring para makapasok sila sa loob ng bangko. Okay? So robbery yun. By breaking any wall, roof, floor, or breaking any door or window. Ito binasag yung window or yung sinira yung pintuan. Okay? By using false keys, okay, picklocks or similar tools. Okay? Ano ba example ng mga false keys at picklocks na yan? Okay? Kasi kami nung pag may pinapalo up kami, 'di ba, may mga pintuan na madaling mabuksan, guys, kahit nakalak sa loob. Okay? Basta meron ka lang matigas na na card, igaganon mo lang yun, isuswipe mo lang yun dun sa doon sa malapit sa may doorknob. Okay, sa gilid ng pintuan, isuswipe mo lang yun, makakapasok ka sa loob. Okay? Or gumamit ka ng ng alambre, 'di ba? Ginano mo sa doorknob. Okay? Inikot-ikot mong ganyan para mabuksan yung pinto. And that is robbery with force upon things. Okay? Next, by using any fictitious name or pretending the exercise of public authority. Nagpanggap ka na kayo ay kamag-anak. Okay? Kunwari sa isang bahay, natira doon si Inday, yung katulong. Okay? O, Day, andyan ba si Dudong? Sinabi kay Inday, ay, wala po, sir. Sino po ba sila, sir? Ako yung pinsan ni Dudong, no? Ako si Buracho. Sabi ni yung pinsan ko, no? Ay, sige po, sir. Pasok po kayo, sir. Di ba? Nakapasok, no? Using fictitious name. No? Tapos doon nagnakaw na. Robbery yun with force upon things. Or pretending to be in the exercise of public authority. No? Sinabi mo na mga pulis kami, magkakandak lang kami ng search. May search warrant kami. Wala ka namang pinakitang search warrant. Hindi ka naman pulis. Okay? Ang purpose mo lang ay magnakaw. Next. Robbery committed under the following by the breaking of doors, wardrobes, chest, or any kind of lock or sealed furniture or receptacle. Pagpasok mo sa bahay, meron ka nakitang vault. Okay? May password. Ang ginawa mo, kumuha ka ng binarena mo para mabuksan mo or masira yung lock. Okay? So, robbery yan. Another, nilabas mo yung closed or lock furniture or mga receptacle sa labas. Okay? Nilabas mo sa labas ng bahay. Okay? Then, you force it to be opened outside. Okay? Nakuha? Robbery yun. Okay? So, what if ganito? Pagpasok mo ng bahay, merong bukas yung pinto. Pumasok ka sa bahay. Nakalock yung nakakuha ka ng bolt. Inilabas mo sa bahay. What crime is committed? What crime is committed? Asinas.
Siya medyo mahirap. Paulit po siya.
Okay, sige. No? Bukas yung bahay, bukas yung pinto. Pumasok ka, nakakuha ka ng bolt. Nilabas mo sa bahay. What crime is committed?
Theft po, sir. Robbery po, sir.
Theft and robbery? Sabay?
Robbery po, sir. Robbery.
Okay na sana eh. Tama ka na nung una eh.
So, sir, kapag,
sige.
tanong ko lang po. So, kapag open po yung bahay at wala pong ginamit na force, it's still robbery po kahit trespassing po yun, sir? Or dadagdag lang po yun sa kaso, sir?
No, that is not robbery. That is only theft. Wala kang ginamit na force upon things eh. Pintuan naman yun. Means for entry yun eh, di ba? Sige, Hylar.
Hello, sir. Hylar, sir.
Okay, go.
Ano lang yan, sir? Theft lang yan, sir. Pagka, sir, kunwari, sir, magiging robbery siya, sir, kunwari, kinuha mo yung bolt. Bolt yung sinabi niyo, di ba, sir?
Bolt.
Nilabas mo yung bolt, then pag yung bolt ay sinira mo, sir, para makuha yung laman sa loob, magiging robbery na siya, sir.
Yes. Ay, that's exactly, no? Okay. So, theft lang kapag nilabas mo lang yung bolt. Okay? Pero kung pwersaan mong binuksan yung bolt outside, that will be qualified as robbery. Okay? Pero kung yung pintuan, sinira mo para makuha mo yung bolt sa loob, okay? And inilabas mo yung bolt, that is robbery. kasi yung pagpasok mo sa loob, sinira mo yung pintuan. Robbery yun. Okay? Pero kung bukas ang pintuan, kinuha mo yung bolt sa loob ng bahay, inilabas mo, theft. Pero pagka pinwersa mo yung bolt, pinwersa mong buksan yung bolt sa labas, then mako-qualify as robbery. Kuha? Yan yung ibig sabihin yan. Okay, next. So dito tayo, kung kanina inhabited house, ito uninhabited place or private building. Walang tao. Okay? Pero ganun pa rin naman yan eh. If the entrance has been effected through any opening not intended for entrance or egress. Okay? Same lang din naman ang ina-apply dito. If any wall, roof, floor, or outside door or window has been broken. Okay? So, dito malinaw yung force upon things. Okay? So, anong pinagkaiba nitong 1 and 2? Dito sa number 1, there is without force upon things. Dito sa number 2, with force upon things. Pero still, it is considered to be robbery pa rin. Okay? Ayan. Kasi pagka pinasok mo yung isang lugar o building na hindi naman intended for entrance, no? Or egress, kahit wala kang force upon things, it is considered or presumed by the law as with force upon things. Okay? So next, if the entrance has been effected through the use of false keys, picklocks, or other similar tools. Okay? If any dorm, wardrobe, chest, or sealed or closed furniture has been broken. Okay? Pag hindi mo binroke yan, okay? Kasi maraming mga circumstances dito mga situation Kung pinasok mo yung bahay, bukas ang pinto, kinuha mo yung bolt, okay? Theft. Pero kung sinira mo yung pinto, kinuha mo yung bolt, robbery. Okay? Pero kung bukas ang pinto, kinuha mo yung bolt, that is theft. Pero kung bubuksan mo yung bolt sa labas, that is robbery. Okay? So what are the contents of case folder for robbery? Okay? So andyan pa rin yung investigation data form. Hindi po mawawala yan kahit na anong kaso ang isasampa mo sa prosecutor. Investigation data form. Andyan din ang ating inquest referral. Okay? Kasi inquest natin Tandaan nyo guys ginagawa lang ang inquest, maglalagay ka lang ng inquest referral kapag ka arrested yung tao. Okay? So sa inyo, sa mga kaso na ibinigay sa inyo, let's assume that all suspects was or were arrested. Kuha? Yan. Kaya maglalagay tayo ng inquest referral. 2, spot report. Hindi rin po mawawala yan sa ating case folder. Kasi spot report is one of the investigation report, no? And spot report. We also have affidavit of apprehension if the one who make the arrest are the police officers. Okay? Or any persons, di ba? Kasi meron nga tayong tinatawag na yung citizen's arrest. Di ba? Citizen's arrest. Okay, citizen's arrest. Saan natin makikita yan? Sa Rule 113, Section 5. No, ng ating Rules on Criminal Procedure. Rule 113, Section 5. Any person can arrest a person if he caught in the act, no, na yung tao gumagawa ng krimen. O gumagawa at nakagawa na ng krimen. Or during the hot pursuit. Okay? So affidavit of apprehension. Okay, may raise hands? Yes, Hylar.
Sir, yung about naman sa may robbery tsaka sa theft bullet, sir. May tatanong lang po ako, sir. Paano, sir, kunwari, pagka may sunog, tapos abang may sunog po, sir, yung isang tao po pumasok po sa bahay para po magnakaw. Ano po saan po pwede pumasok yun? Sa theft po ba, sir, o sa robbery, sir?
Okay. So, kapag ka merong sunog, okay, tapos the suspect took advantage, no, of that, of the fire, okay, it will be aggravated, no? Magiging aggravating circumstance yun eh. Yung apoy, di ba, yung sunog, tinake advantage nila yon, okay, tapos nagnakaw sila doon, papasok yan ng robbery. Okay, pwedeng ma-qualify as robbery yan kasi they took advantage of fire. Okay, yes, Angkahas.
Sir, good afternoon po, sir. Same po ba yun, sir? If ever, like, for example, yung weather, sa may cyclone or may bagyo, is it considered po ba, sir, na robbery din po, sir? Kapag may bagyo, tas naglo-looting po, sir?
Okay, yan. So, when we speak of naman, sa mga, ayan, sa mga inclement weathers or typhoons, earthquake, okay? So, tapos tinake advantage nila yung situation na yon, okay? Pwede ring maging aggravating circumstance. Okay? To qualify the crime of theft into robbery. Okay?
Thank you po, sir. Thank you po. Thank you so much.
Pwedeng ma-qualify yan, no? As robbery. Okay? So let's proceed. Affidavit of apprehension. And then we have complaint affidavit. Okay? So kung nahuli yung tao, di ba? Automatic yan. Siyempre, sino ba yung nakuha na ng sino ba yung victim? Okay? Yung may-ari ng personal property na ninakaw. Okay? So, gagawa ng complaint affidavit yung victim. Okay? So, sa complaint affidavit, it can be through anong language ang ginagamit. So, pwedeng English or pwedeng Tagalog. Okay? Pero kung tatagalogin yan, kung let's say mga biktima, okay, so mas magandang gawin na lang Tagalog, no? Sinumpaang salaysay ng pagrereklamo. Okay? So much better kung Tagalog na lang 'yan. Okay? And then we have affidavit of witnesses. Okay? So if there is any, kung merong witness lang, pero kung wala naman, 'di ba? Pwede na rin kayong wag maglagay ng witness. Okay? Pero kasi ang kagandahan niyan kapag may affidavit of affidavit of witnesses ka, mako-corroborate niya yung kaso, yung ebidensya. Okay? Yan. So mako-corroborate, ibig sabihin dadagdag sa lakas ng ebidensya yan, sa weight of evidence, yung affidavit of witness. Okay? Dito sa complaint affidavit, okay, at sa affidavit of witness, okay, kadalasan yan, ang atake dito, ang format nito, guys, is yung tinatawag na judicial affidavit. No? Judicial affidavit. Okay, what is judicial affidavit? Ang judicial affidavit, ito yung tanong-sagot. Okay? Tanong, tapos sagot. Yan, ganyan yung atake nung ano nila, nung affidavit. Okay? Pero, okay, tandaan nyo, ang judicial affidavit, ginagamit lang ito if the penalty for the crime or the offense committed is punishable by less than 6 years of imprisonment. Less than 6 years of imprisonment, gumagamit ng, pwedeng gamitan ng judicial affidavit. Okay? Pero nasa sa inyo naman yan kung gusto nyo ng affidavit type na yung narration or pwede ring tanong-sagot. Okay? Next, arrest and booking sheet. Okay, tatandaan nyo, gagawa lang kayo ng arrest and booking sheet if arrested, syempre yung suspect. Okay? And then, photograph of the property stolen. Okay? So, kung na-recover yung, yung item, mas maganda kung na-recover yung property. Okay? Pero okay lang din naman kahit hindi ma-recover yung property. No? Kasi ang magi-establish naman ng crime na robbery, syempre yung affidavit of complaint ng victim, yung affidavit of apprehension ng arresting officer if meron, and syempre ito affidavit of witness. Okay? So kahit hindi ma-recover yung property, pero mas maganda na presentation is ma-recover yung property. Okay? And this property stolen must be marked. Okay? It must be marked. Paano mamarkahan yan? For example, cellphone ito. Ito yung cellphone. Okay? So lalagyan mo dito ng masking tape. Ayan, masking tape. Ano ang format ng markings? Ikaw ang investigator on case, no? Kunwari, ikaw si ako na lang, PSSG, Jaynard I. Gonzales. Okay? So, ang markings ko dito is syempre initial ko. Initial. Yan, for example, JIG. JIG. Tapos yung date. Okay? Date. For example, anong date ngayon? 2/14. Diba? 2/14/25. And then, syempre, yung aking signature. Okay. Signature. Yan. Hindi na kasi magkasya. For example, yan. Okay, yung signature ko. Ganyan yung format ng markings ng ebidensya. Okay? Ano pa ba mga contents? Photograph of the victim, yung ninakawan, pointing the suspect as the suspect. Okay? Tinuro niya yung tao na siya yung kumuha ng item. Okay? And then photograph of the suspect, yung kanyang mugshot. Okay? So, yung kanyang mugshot. And then, initial medical legal of the suspect. Okay? So, kung nasaktan yung biktima, kailangan din natin siyang ipamedical. Okay? Pero kung hindi naman nasaktan, there's no need. Okay? So, kung nasaktan, ilagay nyo dyan yung initial medical legal of the victim. Nakuha po? Or is there any question with regard to robbery? Case folder of robbery? Okay, so walang nagre-raise ng question, so I guess na malinaw sa inyo to. So punta tayo sa theft. Okay? So committed by any person who meron pa ring animus lucrandi, intent to gain, but without violence, or without violence against or intimidation of persons, okay, nor force upon things, shall take any personal property belonging to another without the latter's consent. Kung nagpaalam ka naman, di ba? So, walang theft dyan. Pero kung hindi ka nagpaalam, hindi mo kinuha yung consent ng tao, okay, may intent to gain ka, pero wala kang ginamit na violence or intimidation or force upon things, then that is simple theft. Okay? So, what are the ways of committing theft under Article 308? Paragraph 1. Any person who have lost property shall fail to deliver the same to the local authorities or to its owner. Okay? So guys, there is no such thing as finders, keepers. Okay? May nakita kang cellphone. Uy, utang ina, iPhone 16. Teka lang, hintayin ko. Walang nagki-claim. Finders, keepers to. Akin na to. No, ako nakahanap. Okay? There's no such thing as finders, keepers. For as long as you failed to deliver it, okay, to the local authorities, ibig sabihin mga police, or to its owner, hindi ka nag-exert ng effort para tawagan yung owner, mahanap yung owner para ibalik yung property, doon na po nabubuo yung intent to gain. Okay? Nabubuo na yung intent to gain for as long as you fail to deliver it. Okay? Kasi kung wala kang intent to gain, pupunta ka agad sa police station, i-report mo yon or hahanapin mo yung tao. Okay? Ayan, yan yung paragraph 1. Paragraph 2, any person who after maliciously damage the property of another, sinira niya muna yung property and then tinanggal niya yung mga pwedeng magamit pa. No? For example, sinira niya yung motor. After sirain yung motor, kinuha niya yung gulong ng motor niya. Okay? Para mapakinabangan. That is theft. Okay? Ayan. So another, any person who shall enter an enclosed estate or a field where trespass is forbidden. May nakalagay na nga na no trespassing. Okay? Kaso tawag dito, umakyat ka sa bakod para makapasok sa loob nung estate. Tapos, nangisda ka, di ba? Yan, nangisda ka, namitas ka ng mga prutas or other farm products. That is theft. Okay? Trespass is forbidden eh. No trespassing. Okay? May question po ba rito sa theft? So, what are the contents of case folder for theft? Again, andun pa rin yung IDF, the inquest referral, spot report. Okay, same lang din nung sa robbery. Affidavit of witness, arrest and booking sheet, photograph of property stolen, photograph of the victim pointing the suspect, photograph of the suspect, and yung initial medical legal ng suspect. Kung meron kayong mapuproduce na CCTV, pwede rin. Ilagay nyo rito sa contents ng case folder at isama nyo na rin sa doon sa question what o question how, diba? So guys, we're done with what do you call this? Robbery and theft. Meron ba kayong katanungan so far? May additional questions kayo? So, wala nang tanong ha. Robbery and theft na group. Okay, so you may start your case folder. Okay? Sige, let's proceed with tayo. Sa 4 remaining crimes, frustrated, attempted, murder, and frustrated or attempted homicide. Para malaman natin yung distinction between frustrated murder, attempted murder, and frustrated homicide or attempted homicide, kailangan muna natin alamin ano ba yung difference between murder and homicide. Okay? So, to those who have already watched yung sinend ko sa inyo na video lecture sa aking YouTube channel, yan, I discuss murder and homicide. Okay? So, paano ba makukumit ang murder? Murder, this is a person killed another person. Okay? With the presence of qualifying aggravating circumstance. Pag wala dito sa qualifying circumstance, then it will turn into homicide. Okay? So first, with treachery. Okay? So when we speak of treachery, meaning yan that you did not give opportunity for the victim to defend himself. Okay? Walang opportunity to defend. No opportunity to defend himself. No? Ang typical na example niyan, guys, nakatalikod. No? Nakatalikod, tapos binaril mo or sinaksak mo. No? Ayan. Pasok yan sa treachery. No? O kaya, inabangan mo sa kanto. No? Nung lumabas na sa kanto, bigla mong binulaga. Okay? Tinadtad mo ng saksak. No opportunity to defend himself. Okay? Next, taking advantage of superior strength. Okay? So, isang example nito, no, for example, the victim is 6 years old and then the offender is 15 years old. So there is a vast advantage, di ba, ng superior strength. Di ba? Napakadehado. Kumbaga nga sa salitang kalye, egul, di ba? Egul. Luging-lugi, di ba? Walang laban yung tao. Okay? Taking advantage of superior strength. Another instance of taking advantage of superior strength. Naaalala niyo yung kinuyog na pulis sa Pandakan. Ang pangalan nito? Patrolman siya noon eh. 2018 or 2019. Patrolman, nakalimutan ko yung apelido. Tapos ginulpe ng ng magpipinsan. Aguilar ata ang apelido ng mga magpipinsan na yon. Okay? So pinagugulpi siya. Ngayon, kinasuhan ng frustrated murder. Kasi hindi namatay yung pulis eh. Di ba? So, bakit frustrated murder? Kasi there is taking advantage of superior strength. Kinuyog ka. Di ba? 4 sila, 5, ikaw mag-isa. Walang gamit na mga armas or ng mga deadly weapon. Okay? Next, with aid of armed men. Nanghingi ka ng tulong doon sa isang tao tapos nagdala ng kutsilyo, nagdala ng baril. Di ba? With the aid of armed men. Yan yung ibig sabihin yan. No? Or employing means to weaken the defense. Okay. So, niyaya mo munang inuman, nilagyan mo ng pampatulog. Nung nahilo na, nakatulog na, doon mo pinatay. That is murder. Employing means to weaken the defense. Okay. Or, of means or persons to afford impunity. Ito yung balot na balot ka, okay, mula ulo, mukhang paa, kahit na may CCTV dyan, hindi ka makikita. Okay? And then, tsaka mo pinatay yung tao. There is no means to identify you. Yan yung ibig sabihin nun. Means or persons to afford impunity. Next is in consideration of a price, reward, or promise. Okay? So, di ba tapos na kayo sa Criminal Law Book 1 and you already learned the different types of principal. Okay? So, different types of principal. Di ba meron tayong principal by direct participation, principal by inducement, and principal by indispensable cooperation. Okay? So, dito, in consideration of a price, okay, pinatay mo yung isang tao dahil sa price, reward, or promise. Okay, kunwari, inutusan ka. Uy, patayin mo nga itong tao na to, bigyan kita ng 500,000. Si A, siya yung nag-utos. He was the one who hired B. Okay, A hired B. Okay, inupahan niya si B for the price of 50,000. Si B ang bumarel kay C. Okay, B killed C. So, si B ay principal by direct participation. Okay? Ang crime niya is murder in consideration of a price, reward, or promise. Pero itong si A naman, ang nag-upa, nagbigay ng 50K kay B para patayin si C, he is liable as principal by inducement. Klaro? Principal by inducement. Maliwanag ba? Okay. So, principal by inducement and direct participation. Next. By means of inundation, and fire, okay, we have explosion, di ba? Shipwreck. Ayan, yan yung mga instances na nakakapag-aggravate doon sa nature of the crime. Okay? Vessel derailment or assault upon a streetcar or locomotive, fall upon or airship by means of motor vehicles or the use of any other means involving great waste and ruin. Okay? Ang mga example nito, okay? For example, sa loob ng classroom, nag-trip si Delioba. Okay? Trip niya lang habang nagle-lesson tayo sa classroom. Sa New Room 2.1, si Delioba naghagis ng granada. Okay. Sumabog. Patay tayo lahat. Kaso hindi umabot doon sa pwesto ko, doon sa harapan. So, kayo lang ang nadali. Okay? So, ano yun? Murder yun. Diba? Another example, binangga mo ng kotse yung isang tao. Okay? Siyempre, kapag binangga mo ng kotse yan, lasog-lasog ang katawan yan. Diba? So, there is a great waste and ruin. Yung isang tao, dinala mo sa 100 floor, itinulak mo. Okay? Mabubuhay ka pa kaya nun, 100 floor? Pagbagsak mo, baka hiwa-hiwalay na yung pati kaluluwa mo, di ba? So, murder yan. Okay? Doon tayo sa fire. Okay. I guess, natapos ko na rin ata sa inyo ipaliwanag ito. Okay, sa fire tayo. So, for example, ito yung bahay. Let's say, for example, ito yung bahay. And then, si Kyril, for example, si Kyril Luna, siya yung magsusunog ng bahay. Okay? Pag ang intention ni Luna, kunwari, ang intent ni Luna is to kill. Okay? To kill, Lana na lang, si Lana. Gusto niyang patayin si Lana. And he uses fire as a means of killing. Okay? Papatayin niya dapat si Lana eh. Yun ang intention niya. Pero para mapatay niya yon, he decided to put the house on fire. and then namatay nga sila na. So, the crime for that is murder. Okay? The crime is murder. Pero kapag ang intent ni Kyril is to burn the property. To burn. Pero, hindi niya alam na may tao dun sa loob. Namatay yung tao na yon. The crime will be what? Arson with homicide. Klaro po? So, kapag ganito, ang usapan, pag may usapang fire, tatandaan mo muna, alamin mo kung ano yung intent. Pag ang intent is to kill, okay, that use fire, then murder. Pero kung ang intent is to burn, and may namatay sa loob, that is arson with homicide. Klaro? Gets? Okay, so let's proceed. Okay, ano pa yung mga qualifying aggravating? On occasion of the calamities. Okay, preceding paragraph of an earthquake, eruption of a volcano, destructive cyclone, epidemic, or any other public calamity. Tulad nga ng yung tinanong nyo kanina, pag ito bang mga calamities na ito happened during the crime of robbery, during the crime of stealing, papasok po yan ng robbery. Okay, magiging aggravating circumstance yan. Okay, pero dito murder tayo, no? Okay, with evident premeditation. Pag sinabing evident premeditation, there is an extreme planning. Okay, merong pagpaplano. Extreme planning. Okay? And then lastly, with cruelty, by deliberately and inhumanly augmenting. So pag sinabing augmenting, dinadagdagan yung paghihirap. Okay? Increasing the penalty or the suffering of the victim. Now, for example, patay na nga, ang ginawa mo pa, pinutol mo pa yung ari, pinutol mo pa yung mga laman loob, tinanggal mo yung laman loob, di ba? So, is murder. Okay. Or, patay na nga, dinumihan mo pa tinaihan mo pa sa muka, inihian mo pa, di ba? So, that is murder. Okay? So, now, punta tayo sa prostrated and attempted stage. Okay? So, paano ba papasok ng prostrated and attempted stage kapag ka murder? Okay. So, alamin natin yung definition, di ba, nung attempted and prostrated. So, when we speak of attempted, okay, sa attempted stage, no, the offender commences the action. Okay? The offender commences the commission. Ano ibig sabihin ng commences? Start. Starts the action. Okay? Inumpisahan na yung action directly by overt acts. Pag sinabi nating overt acts, guys, these are the actions that can clearly show the intention to commit a crime. Okay? So sa crime ng murder, ano ba yung overt acts dito? For example, yung pagdadala mo ng kutsilyo. Di ba? Tapos, sasaksakin mo na, nakatalikod. Ayan, overt action kasi aambaan mo na ng saksak eh. Pero hindi natuloy. Okay? So dito sa attempted stage, hindi natuloy yung what? Hindi natuloy yung felony na did not produce the felony. Okay? Did not produce the felony. Sa anong reason? Okay, bakit hindi na-produce yung felony. By reason of accident, no? By reason of accident other than the offender's spontaneous desistance. Offender's spontaneous desistance. Okay, spontaneous desistance. Ano ibig sabihin ng spontaneous desistance? Pag sinabi natin spontaneous desistance, ito yung biglaang pagpipigil or biglaang pag-ayaw, okay, na gawin yung krimen. Spontaneous desistance, no? For example, sasaksakin mo na sa likod, desidido ka na, kaso biglang may kumatok sa pinto. Pak! Okay, accident yun. Other than the offender's spontaneous desistance. Okay? Or, sasaksakin mo na, ang tawag dito, yung, ano mo na-execute mo na yung pananaksak. Kaso, ang problema, nakailag yung tao. Okay? Nakailag yung tao. So, there is attempted murder. Kasi nakatalikod di ba? Okay? So, yan yung, attempted stage. You can ask question, para ma-clarify kayo kung, kung meron ba tayong mga issue na dapat clarify. Yes.
Applicable lang po ba yan, sir, pagka nakatalikod, sir?
Hindi. Basta pasok siya dito sa yung diniscuss natin na 6 na qualifying aggravating circumstance. Okay? So, isa-isa yun natin.
Okay, sir.
Dito, on occasion of the calamities, kunwari, lumilindol, earthquake. Siyempre, nagpapanik yung mga tao Di ba? Ngayon, nakadapa yung tao. Or nakayuko. Bigla mong sasaksakin. Kaso, andun yung mga may mga ibang tao kaya hindi mo napatay. So attempted 'yon, attempted murder. Okay? Eruption of the volcano, ganun din. Basta hindi natuloy yung yung felony because of accident other than the offender's spontaneous desistance. Okay? Ito, with evident premeditation. 1 linggo ka naghanap ng baril. Okay? Para mapatay mo yung tao. Ngayon, nung nandoon na, target mo, nandiyan na, nag-iisa Okay? Binaril mo ngayon. Pak! Kinalabit mo yung gatilyo. Kaso, nag-jump. Okay? Attempted yon. Kasi the offender commences the criminal act directly by overt acts, pero hindi na-produce yung felony because of accident other than the offender's spontaneous desistance. Aksidente, putang ina, nag-jump, sayang. Pinutok mo ulit, kinalabit mo yung gatilyo, nag-jump ulit. No? Attempted murder yan kasi with evident premeditation, extreme planning. Okay? So, cruelty, eto, patay na yung tao dito Okay? Patay na yung tao. So, kung mahirap na kasi itong mahirap nang i-qualify sa attempted murder itong cruelty. Kasi patay na Di ba? Hindi na pwedeng maging attempted murder yan. Di ba? Kasi patay na nga. Yan by deliberately and inhumanly augmenting the suffering of the victim. Okay, so, or outraging or scoffing at the person or corpse. Okay? And suffering of the victim. Okay? Patay na yung tao dito. Yan. And, ano pa ba yung kanina? Paano magka-qualify na murder sa treachery? Yan, treachery. Okay, sa treachery, you did not give the opportunity na kayo nga ay nakatalikod. Taking advantage of superior strength. Di ba? So, paano magiging attempted murder ito? Okay? Yung tipong kinuyog ka na, no? Kukuyugin ka na, 10 yung ano, 10 tao yung kukuyog sa'yo, pero walang mga armas naman ito. Gugulpihin ka na. Kaso pag atras mong ganyan, bigla ka nahulog sa kanal. Okay? O kaya bigla kang nakatakbo. No? O kaya nagwangwang yung mga pulis. Attempted murder. Pero hindi pa siya masyadong evident when it comes to taking advantage of superior strength. hindi siya tingin ko malabong magkaroon ng attempted murder. Okay? Kasi kapag naumpisahan na nilang gulpihin yung tao, okay? They already perform all the acts of execution. So, magiging frustrated na yon. Okay? Magiging frustrated. Frustrated murder. Pero sa taking advantage of superior strength, mukhang malabo dito ang attempted. Okay? Wala pa ako nababalita ang case decided na attempted murder by taking advantage of superior strength. Okay, with aid of armed men, nagtawag, no? May barel, tinawag niya may barel. Ngayon, by accident, diba? Hindi pumutok yung barrel, then there is attempted murder. Employing means to weaken the defense, ito hindi rin evident dito ang attempted stage. Okay, puro prostrated ito. Okay, or pwede rin attempted kasi nung pinainom niya na, di ba? Nahilo na yung tao, nakatulog. Nung sasaksakin niya na o babarilin niya na, okay, hindi niya nagawa kasi may ibang mga aksidente. For example, dumating yung magulang, dumating yung ibang mga kaibigan, no? Attempted murder. Okay? So, mapapatunayan mo yan kapag meron kang mga may mga witnesses ka. Okay? So, in consideration of a price, reward, or promise, okay, for as long as hindi pa na-execute yung crime, no, yung pagpatay, okay, attempted murder yan. Ay, yung pagbigay mo ng pera, that is already an attempted murder na hindi pa man ginagawa. Okay? Kung ginawa na, pero nabuhay pa rin yung tao, that is frustrated. Deal? So, ganun din yan. Basta hindi pa nagagawa, hindi pa na-execute yung planong pagpatay, attempted murder yan. Pero kung na-execute na, pero may mga reason, okay? May mga reason kung bakit hindi na-consummate yung felony, then papasok ng frustrated. Okay, first, ano ba yung frustrated stage? Okay, frustrated. Okay. So when we speak of frustrated stage, the offender had already performs all the acts of execution. Performs all the acts of execution. Na-perform niya na lahat ng acts of execution. Kaso problema, hindi niya na-produce yung felony. Did not produce the felony. Did not produce the felony. Okay? By reason of causes independent on the will of the perpetrator. Causes independent of the will, of the offender's will. Of the offender's will. Okay? So, naalala niyo yung attorney, na tinambangan ng riding in tandem, nakasasakyan yung lawyer, pinagbabaril siya ng riding in tandem. Kaso, dahil mamahalin yung sasakyan niya nun hindi natamaan yung lawyer. Okay? So, the offender performs all the acts of execution. Okay? Na ikamamatay na dapat nung victim. Okay? Pero, hindi na produce yung felony dahil sa mga kadahilanan na lagpas na sa sakop o sa control ng offender. Okay? Yung tipong binaril mo na, okay? Pero hindi na tamaan nga diba? So, andun na yun diba? Automatic na ikamamatay ng tao. Kaso nga lang, hindi naman kontrolado ng mga offender kung makapal yung makapal yung salamin di ba? Hindi nakapasok agad dun yung bala or nakailag yung tao. Di ba? So, yan. The offender performs all the acts of execution. Frustrated murder, yan. Okay? Ano pa ba mga frustrated murder? Sinaksak mo sa likod. Pak, pak. Okay? Ngayon, ang daming tad-tad ng saksak sa likod Okay? Na ikamamatay niya dapat yon. Kasong problema, may ibang tao na nagtakbo dun sa biktima sa ospital. Because of timely medical assistance, nabuhay yung victim. Okay? So, frustrated murder. Nakuha, guys? May tanong? So, madali na lang naman na guys pagdating sa sa homicide. Okay, ito yung mga contents ng case folder. Yan. So, investigation data form, inquest referral, spot report, affidavit of the victim, witnesses. Etong conveying officer, okay, depende kasi sa nyo to, sa istorya nyo Kung ang nakahuli ay civilian, kunwari, mga kagawad, chairman, sila nakahuli dun sa suspect. Okay? So, sila ang kukuha nyo ng affidavit. Affidavit of apprehension. Okay? And, syempre, iti-turn over nyo sa pulis yan Okay? Iti-turn over ng mga civilian sa police officer. So, si police officer na mag-a-assist is mag-execute ng affidavit of conveyance. Okay? Andun pa rin ang arrest and booking sheet, affidavit of investigators, photographs of the wound, photographs of the victim pointing the suspect, yung tinuturo ng victim yung suspect, photograph showing the victim pointing to the wounding weapon, yung mismong weapon na ginamit sa kanya. Okay, tapos photograph syempre ng mga wounds. Huwag niyong kakalimutan, initial medical legal certificate of the suspect and the victim. Okay? Maliwanag? Yung frustrated homicide, attempted homicide, basta wala po siya dun sa sa qualifying aggravating circumstance ng murder, papalo ng frustrated homicide and attempted homicide. Clear? May tanong? May tanong ba? O nakatulog na kayo dyan? Sa mga assign sa robbery, theft, frustrated murder, frustrated homicide, attempted murder, attempted homicide. Okay, it's your chance to opportunity to make a question. Walang tanong? Okay. So, if no questions at all, then I will be giving you, after this Holy Week, doon mag-uumpisa, I will be giving you okay. Sige. PM nyo ako. Siguro I will be giving you at least 2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks to finish your case folder. Okay? Sige, 2 weeks. Pero hindi hindi kasama itong Holy Week ha. Bali yung 2 weeks nyo mag-uumpisa next week. Klaro po ba? Yes, Joshua.
Sir, good afternoon po, sir. Ask ko lang po, sir, kami po ba na na-assign po for RA 9165 or the Comprehensive Act of 2002? Next week na po ba kami, sir? Next week, rather, after Holy Week, sir.
If tapos nyo na yung case folder nyo, well and good kung maipe-present nyo na sa akin next week. And may additional grades yan kapag ka maaga natapos at maaga nakapag-present.
Yes po, sir. Then, sir, additional question lang po, sir. Regarding po sa pagpe-present po, sir. Case folder lang po dadali namin po, sir, o maggagawa pa po ng presentation po, sir?
No need to make your PowerPoint presentation. Only case folder, pero provide 2 copies.
Okay po, sir.
One for me and isa sa grupo nyo.
Yes po, sir.
Okay? Pero nasa sa inyo yun kung tigi-isa kayo ng kopya or isa lang sa isang grupo.
Opo, sir.
Okay? So parang parang defense yan. Mawi-witness ng mga classmates nyo kung paano magde-defend ng case folder. Okay? If ever kayo ang una.
Yes po, sir. Thank you po, sir. Thank you po, sir. Thank you po.
Okay. Welcome. Meron pa bang ibang tanong? Sige. So, kung hindi nyo ma-establish muna ngayon yung question nyo, okay, i-ano nyo muna, balasahin nyo muna yung tanong, okay, para pagdating sa akin, okay na, masasagot natin na maayos. Okay? So, kung wala na pong katanungan, pwede na po kayong humayo at magpakarami.
Salamat, sir.